I'm Sara G, Allison, and I'm a trichologist and hair loss expert for nearly 3 decades now, and I've been helping thousands of men and women to regrow their hair naturally. So what I want to talk to you today about is how I'm so successful regrowing people's hair naturally, and the reason I can be so confident that I can make really big differences with people's hair regrowth and condition. And the reason being is this product here, which I developed. So this is my #1 supplement. I have a few supplements and a few products that I created at Hair Today, More Tomorrow at my company. And this one here, my M&Os, is the absolute foundation of everything. I've actually had these now for 12 years. So these are very tried and tested. Obviously they were tested beforehand, but I've had literally so many of my clients are on these because, as I said, this is the thing that I recommend to everyone across the board. That's why I created them, so that if you couldn't actually have a consultation with me, that you could just take this one product and know that you actually be doing something really good for your hair. Obviously, I recommend having consultations with me if you can possibly do that, because there will always be individual factors that will be at play that I'm going to have to tell you to address. Now, I'm very into nutrition, and I do blood tests for people to check certain levels. And this product, though, I created so it doesn't matter if you haven't had any blood tests. So it's absolutely fine. And sometimes if you're particularly low on a certain thing, you might potentially need some extra vitamin D or B12 or iron, for instance. And this does contain all of those ingredients plus 37 different nutrients. And they're the most highly bioavailable, and no fillers or bulking agents. About 99% of other supplements that you'll find out there will contain a whole load of other fillers and bulking agents that are really not going to be any good for you at all. But my supplement here, my M&Os, are jam-packed full of nutrients. There's no fillers in there at all. It's got pure nutrients, as I said, at the most highest bioavailable types that you can find. Now, people often don't realize that. I had a client only yesterday, and I told him to get my vitamin D, which is a very high dose vitamin D, because he needed to bring it up, and most people do need to do that. But then he just went out and, for cost reasons, went to Tesco's and got the vitamin D from Tesco's. So I do hear this a bit from other people when they're coming in to see me for the first time, and they've already been taking some supplements at home, and they've just been taking some supermarket brands or some very cheap brands, and they think that that's doing something for them. But it really isn't, because you do get what you pay for, and those supplements are really just not going to be containing very much at all. So it is very important when you're looking at what supplements to take, you need to read the back of the box and read the ingredients. Obviously, I know if you're not used to that, then it might be a bit difficult to understand what's written there. But it is very important to look at the dosages of things, check what types of ingredients are in there. Cheaper ones are going to be synthetic, so your body won't be able to absorb them very well. So in my M&Os, it's a huge range of antioxidants. The overall supplement is 65% organic. Now, the way that I like to get people to regrow their hair is really focusing on your general health. So my M&Os are a really good all-round supplement for your general health and wellness. And that's how you get to regrow your hair, is to get to be as healthy and as happy as possible. And that's how these really help. So they can help with all kinds of things, but they can help with your skin too. I see when I do my photos for people, and they're obviously 6 months, a year, several years older, because I'm seeing them over the course of several years, and every 6 months is a follow-up time typically. So people are getting older, but they're looking younger every time I see them. And it's down to my M&Os. It's really good for your skin. I won't tell you how old I am, but I've already told you I've been doing this for nearly 30 years, and this wasn't my first job. So I used to be a nurse before. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. So what I advise to take, one of each. So you've got your M's and you've got your O's. So the M's are in the purple strip and the O's are in the gold strip. So you would take one of each twice a day with food, or if you really live in a very busy lifestyle and you can't manage to do that, then, and because you might forget, you can take two of each at the same time and just once a day. So it's 4 capsules in total, so 2 of each once a day. And with your hair, you really need to give it a good sort of 6 months to notice a difference. Because of the cycle of your hair, you do need to be fairly patient. And people can get really good results quite quickly, but I always like to say you need to give it a full 6 months before it's fairly obvious, which is why I like to take photographs of my clients, because you can forget if you're looking at yourself every day how you used to look, because it's like watching paint dry. You just don't notice those subtle differences every day. So if you compare your photographs after every 6 months, it's a really good test. And if you see little short hairs coming up, then that's a really good sign that you're getting regrowth. So sometimes people think short hairs are breakage, but most of the time short hairs will be regrowth. So breakage usually would only occur if you did some cosmetic damage, some excessive heat or chemical damage. Most of the time it's not actually breaking. It certainly wouldn't be so close to the roots. If you are getting breakage, it would be closer to the ends. Yeah, so short hairs would be a good sign of regrowth. Give it a good 6 months. Now, I do have because of this 6 months that you need to do, I do have a special offer. If you buy 5 months worth, you get the 6th month free. So it ends up saving you quite a bit of money. So there's £75 for each box. That lasts for 1 month. But if you buy in bulk, then you're saving quite a bit there. And as I said, they really do work. Now, if you were to go into any shop in the high street, you could be dazzled with all arrays of different things and you wouldn't know what to take. But you'll have to trust me on this one, that this really does work. Now, I have created this myself and I see my clients face to face in person, and I really want them to do well. So I really created a product that works. I'm not a big company, like a big multinational company, like a lot of these others that will be producing supplements and they'll be doing white labels. This is purely my own supplement, and it's, as I said, it's the highest grade. You won't get this anywhere else apart from Hair Today, More Tomorrow. So if you can't afford a consultation with me, then I highly recommend just starting with these. And as I said, give it a good 6 months, but you should really notice the difference. It really helps with the pigmentation too. So your hair gets a nice darker color. It can even reverse grey to a certain extent. I'm not saying it can reverse it totally, but it can certainly make a lot more pigmentation and give you more energy too. It's really good for your energy. The main reason why I created my M&Os in the very first instance was because until I had these, I had to recommend such a huge array of different supplements. It would be literally just like this one, this one, this one, and this one. And even with, and that can be very confusing, very expensive, and even with a whole range of supplements, you still wouldn't be getting such a good results as this supplement, which as I said, I created myself. So £75 may well sound expensive to you, but trust me, it's very good value for money. And as I said, if you buy it in bulk, then it works out a lot cheaper than that really per month. If you have any questions about it, I'm happy to answer those. If you would like to book a consultation, and obviously it would be lovely to see you, and my details are here at hairtodaymoretomorrow.com. Just go to my website. You can also order my M&Os and any of my other products on my website. So please do, and please like and subscribe. Stay tuned. Bye for now.